Welcome to Ynot on the PCT. Good morning. It's Monday morning. Stayed with Carrie last night in Silver Lake. Hiked out just a little bit with her and then kept going uphill the whole time. But now on this ridge, there's a lake way down there, which is Silver Lake, I believe, where we stayed. Came from this direction. I'm in the Goat Rocks wilderness now, and I'm going to go through the Goat Rocks, which is supposed to be really cool, and there's a feature there called the Knife's Edge, which is supposed to be a little scary, but not really. I think that I have one big climb up, then I go down, then I go up again and get up higher, over 7,000 feet for the first time. I think the first time in Washington, and I think it's at the top of that where the Goat Rocks are. So that'll be this afternoon. But had a little trouble getting going today. I was not feeling very into this whole hiking thing, but I'm out here, I've walked a bit. It's a pretty day. I'm starting to do better. At the other side of that ridge, looking back at where I came from, great view of Rainier there. And then I'm just coming over this little saddle. I think that's Adams. The background, you just barely see it there. Lake down here. Yeah, this is all right. Hiking up towards Goat Rocks. I still have like 1,000 feet to climb. Another 3.5 miles or 4 miles or something, but already getting kind of spectacular. Well, I came along this trail here where that kid is walking. I just came up this little ridge. It's a great view of Rainier. And I'm going to continue going up the ridge up here and getting closer to Goat Rocks. Yet more Goat Rocks. There is Rainier again. I just kind of came around the corner here to see this. Up to this little place right here. Wow. I'm basically at the top of Goat Rocks. This ledge, I think this part is what's very exciting. This is the trail. The trail goes across this rock field to a point right there just above that snowfield, actually through the snowfield to the left and across this next snowfield. And it looks like it goes over the ridge there. It's an amazing place, but a little scary. This is looking back at the snowfield that I just went across. There's that path that's maybe what, 20 yards down from the trail, which is here. And so I went down to, and it's also on the other side, it's about 20 feet below the, or 20 yards below the trail. So I went down to that and stepped across, and in the steps that were there, trying to kind of kick a step on each one, and it felt reasonably safe, but I don't have to do many more of those. Well, I made it to the other side of that ridge. That was, it felt sketchy at places. And that's kind of the ridge, the whole ridge I walked along. And now I don't know really what's next. I know that I'm basically about ready to start going down, although I see a trail over on that far side that looks to be about the same elevation, but I don't know where exactly I go. But right now it's down this trail, which at least looks a little less sketchy. Well, it's not the end of the snow. Another snow section to go across here, although it looks to be not quite as steep. Got over that snow field. And now I can see farther, and I see where I'm going. Hopefully this nice trail here indicates that I'm past all that sketchy stuff. And we have Mount Adams here. It's starting to look really big. Came around this cirque. Over there is the waterfall I took a picture of. The trail just went along the ridge, all the way around here, up to here, and now we keep going up and then over it soon. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I've been walking for an hour or so, hour and a half, I don't know what time it is. Mount Adams over here. I'm going around, but I will be going closer to. Things are going pretty well. Not a lot. I'm feeling good. My body is doing really well, given that I'm walking all day, every day. Like a little aches and pains, but not much at all. Really feeling good. I've had a bit of ridgeline walking, just a couple of views, but mostly today has been walking through the forest like this. Lots of bugs, but I haven't been stopping because of the bugs. But cool and pretty. Going by a bunch of these ponds, which probably has something to do with the bugs. But ponds like this that are just small, shallow, stagnant water. And been very shady so far. Almost all the way because of all the being in the forest. There's a big frog here. I just came over this little tiny bridge over this peaceful stream. But then the stream cascades down, I guess not exactly a waterfall, but a big cascade Hey, just went over a creek crossing. I got a couple of pictures of it. It's draining that glacier that you can see up there on Mount Adams. So it's all this kind of glacial torrent. And I was able to cross on a couple of logs where I didn't actually have to balance on a log. I was able to go across one from handhold to handhold and the other one across a lower log where I could have my hands on a higher log, because I've decided I don't like it where I have to be balancing on a rounded log. That's seems to get me more, maybe it gets me more than the young kids, but I realized I'd been not feeling good for a bit, and I realized there's all anxiety about that coming up. So I feel much better that's over. There's supposed to be one more creek crossing coming up here in the next half hour or so, but I think it's supposed to be a lot easier. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I'm walking into near Trout Lake today, where Carrie's going to pick me up, and then after that I have 3 more days to finish Washington. So I've just been walking for a few minutes. There's a spot here where I have very close to Mount Adams, because I'm kind of walking around the flanks of it. The sun is just coming up, so there's just this early morning light out. Where is it? Out this way. You can just barely see Rainier. Actually it's pretty big. There's Rainier out there. And then over here, these trees is St. Helens. You can see all 3 of the volcanoes from the one spot. And I'm walking through a little bit of kind of mottled burn area here, but not bad, not very big. So this is just fine. Should be a relatively easy 16 miles in to get picked up today. Walked 30 miles yesterday, 30.3. Actually did all of that and finished before 6. I did 30 miles by 5:30. It helps to have at least somewhat easier terrain, so that was good. And then I had kind of a crappy campsite. My tent was all wet from the night before, where I was just in kind of a very, very dewy spot. So the tent was really wet when I wrapped it up, which meant that it got a bunch of dirt on it. And so when I unrolled it, there was like dirt all over, and the tent was all wet. And the spot that I was at last night was just had a ton of bugs. So kind of sucked, and so then I just quickly dove in the tent. But slept pretty well. And one advantage of getting up real early, let's see, that's not going to work. Just a few blowdowns around here, not many, but a few. One of the advantages of getting up early is that the bugs don't seem to really come out until there's some light. So I was doing basically all my getting up and getting ready by headlamp, but there are no bugs, which was really nice.